Who needs a PlayStation 4? Who can even count to 4? Never mind all those pixels, polygons, all that complicated nonsense, that blasphemous garbage. Let's go back to something simple like the PlayStation 2 with family values, not this violent, blasphemous next-gen garbage. It's the Bible game on the PlayStation 2. Released in 2005 and developed by Mass Media and published by Crave Entertainment. Also available on the Xbox and even the Game Boy Advance. If you know who above forbid you want to actually torture yourself on the go, then feel free. In the Bible game, you have two separate modes to choose from. TV show mode, which essentially plays out like a game show in between mini-games and Bible trivia, and keeps track of your points.
Welcome everyone to Do Unto Others, the game show that tests your knowledge of Old Testament.
And then they also have Challenge Games mode, which is basically, it lets you pick between different mini-games without having to go through the trivia stuff. Now, story-wise, there isn't really a story to be had. It's basically a Mario Party knockoff game with Bible trivia and Bible story-themed mini-games. But is it any good? Let's find out with the good. Well, the mini-games themselves actually work somewhat, and even play pretty decently at times. Bible games in general have a bad rep for being almost unplayable piles of garbage, but this one thankfully in some mini-games can actually be half decent. But outside of that, I can't honestly think of anything else that's positive, so let's move on to the bad. Now I said somewhat for a reason. The other half of these games control like complete shit and are almost unplayable. What were they thinking with some of these control schemes? For example, in this minigame, you have to hold down X to make your marker move around almost uncontrollably, then release it to jump to collect the circle things. Jesus Christ! No, seriously, Jesus Christ, why did you let them make this? The game also has little to no replayability, and doesn't give you much of a reason to go back and play some more to see what types of other minigames you can play. Not like you'll actually want to. But God forbid you do, you can just play them in the challenge games mode. Or you can actually try to win, but good luck with that, because guess what? There's pretty much a one telltale sign to let you know you've lost. God's wrath. Anytime a player lands on this, they lose all their points from that round. But best yet, the AI refuse to land on it most of the time, and know exactly where it is, it seems. From the 5 rounds of the TV game show mode I've played, to prove this, I played it safe in my 3rd attempt, and never really made any turns myself and won all my points through Bible trivia and minigames. But guess what? It was finally my turn again, and I only had one tile option to pick, and guess what it was?
Wrath of God! So sorry, Blue. You lose all of your points for this round.
And the AI rarely ever land on these. You've pretty much lost, and there's no way you can catch up again points-wise. How wonderful. But now, let's go even deeper with the ugly, where we discuss more technical aspects of the game and the graphics. Now, graphically, look at her. She's been stuck in this awful video game for a decade. She'd kill everyone in this room if it wasn't for the E for Everyone rating. By the way, did I mention the pause screen is a lightning storm? Yeah. Let's discuss the soundtrack of this game. Do you like Christian rock music? Well boy, do I have a story for you. The first time I popped in this, I was busy setting something up to record, and then suddenly a demo played, and my ears and my headphones were greeted with this.
I'll take you back. Oh, easy. Even when you...
I adjusted nothing. That is the audio level of the actual music in this game. It's painfully loud. You'll probably end up muting it altogether if you find yourself insane enough to play this to begin with. And speaking of pain though, look at this! He looks like he has Parkinson's! This poor man! So if you already couldn't tell for a 2005 release, this game looks considerably bad for the most part, and the animations themselves looked like they were handled by some random person who took a 1-week course in high school on animation. And the overall presentation is just very bland, from the menu to the awful music, to the air quotes game show theme. This game is the definition of shovelware. All in all, simply don't buy this game for any price. If someone gives this to you, run away from that person because they clearly have ill intentions. The Bible game is a shallow, boring experience and a poor excuse for a party game. But now, it's time for the rating. I do unto others, so what you talk about? I'm not running off my mouth. I know this game show without a doubt. Cause if you know these Bible trivia questions, then God knows you're true. When it's time to handle business, then you know I get the points. It's what I do. Me and my crew, we stay true, old school, no God's wrath for us. Many were called, but the chosen are few. We rise to the top, what you want, just in case you forgot. Rush to the next minigame and show me what you got! You didn't know, thought we was new on the scene. Well, it's alright, it's alright. I know I see you smiling at me. Well, it's alright, it's alright. Cause here comes the boom! Here comes the boom! Ready or not, here comes the voice from the south. Boom! Here comes the boom! How you like me now? Fucking kill me.
Here comes the ready or not.